is a story.
Hi everyone, welcome to your February Alchemy Scope. You are indeed transmuting from lead to gold. Your energy is refining, your stories are refining. Let's take a look at, as we look at this beautiful rainy day, let's take a look at the Sabian Symbol imbued at the new moon point happening this month on the 27th of January, Friday, at 4:06 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This new moon point is the point that the alchemy scopes follow. So let's look, what is the Sabian symbol that's living at the 8-degree 15-minute point in the zodiac wheel. This is a flag is seen turning into an eagle. That's the symbology. Dane Rudyard's keynote is the dynamic incorporation of new social values in individuals who exemplify the spiritual potential and greatest significance of these values. He goes on to explain, to see the new archetype, to perceive the new standard of value with one's mind is not enough. The seer must become the doer. The impersonal is dynamized and brought into focus. We have here the acting out of the vision. Everyone, what this is talking about is the ideal becoming real, the archetype in the mind becoming the actuality in physical 3D reality. That is the symbology imbued. It means that the month ahead is going to be living in the energy of bringing the new form of individual, bringing the new form of society to a new level. Now, we also are moving into a new Chinese year, and this is the year of the rooster, okay? Now, I'm reading here from my archetypal profile definitions for the rooster. So when you imagine a rooster and you imagine the quality sets of the rooster, you can imagine energy, a vocal nature, a being who is efficient and who is assertive. So if you are a rooster, so if your Chinese zodiac sign is a rooster, you would have the embedded quality sets, the encoded qualities of efficiency. Somebody who is methodical and resilient and resourceful. You would naturally be, at your basis, a resourceful strategist. Roosters are dominant and highly communicative by nature. The archetype is inherently intense, outspoken, honest, outgoing, and industrious. Now, it's important for us to understand that this year of the rooster is going to imbue these qualities. So we're going from the year of the monkey into the year of the rooster. So there is going to be an intensity, there's going to be an outspoken nature, a verbal nature, and an assertive nature, a dominant nature that's coming forward. And I think that's happening at all levels, within the individual and within the societal whole, within humanity. So let's move on now to the individual readings and see what is activated for you this month. Aquarius, welcome to your February alchemic growth narrative. What's going on for you in the month of February? So the circle and the square that you see here refer to the branches, the two branches of your bifurcated Aquarian path. And if you didn't watch last month's Alchemy Scopes, you're invited to go watch the January Scopes to learn what that's about. So please go ahead and tune in, meditate upon square, circle, and whichever one you resonate with, we're going to do the reveal of the spreads and we're going to see what is your storyline. Okay? So while you do that, I am shuffling the Carolyn Mace archetype cards. This is going to be for your growth narrative. So do your meditation. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and select, and then we'll do the reveal. For Aquarius circle. All right, guys, let's take a look. All right, so Prince for square and Mystic for circle. So we're going to talk about those after we talk about the spreads, okay? All right. So go ahead and tune in if you haven't already. Put the video on pause if you need to. I'm going to reveal now. Now, one thing that I'm going to talk to you about, so we're going to talk about the square first. I'm going to lift the cards up so you're going to be able to see all of them, and then we'll talk about circle. One thing that I'll tell you right off the bat is that you're getting many of the same cards and themes of Scorpio. I have a strong suspicion that many of the signs this month are going to be getting replicated kind of generalized human evolution themes coming up. But let's take a look at what's coming up. Firstly, in the center, we have the Tower. This is the Druidcraft Tarot. Now, it's never pleasant to get the Tower, but the Tower keeps coming up. Not just for the readings for February, but the Tower in general recently, lately, has been coming up quite a bit. There is catalyzation. There's stuff breaking apart that's been illusory, that is not sustaining, and that needs to break apart. For you, indeed, it comes with the Defeat card. This, by the way, this is the Brawl to Lay deck, this yellow bordered deck, okay? So Defeat and the Tower. Now, not pleasant. I don't like delivering the message, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at what it's regarding, okay? So with regards to something disseminating, it might have to do with friendship. So joy in friendship, maybe a particular friendship or a group of friends, a tribe, is not feeling so joyful this month. There's something breaking with it. There's some sense of defeat. And it looks like it has to do with lying or deception, or people that just aren't, the friend just wasn't in integrity in one way or another, or you weren't. So you can see here deception. Let me see if I can hold these up correctly. So deception and pure intentions. So there's some lack of integrity. There's a dissonance with the purity, the truth-telling capacity of this particular friend. And it feels like there's a defeat with regards to lies, you know. And it could be, too, that the deception is talking about you had some idea, some thought, some belief about how the friendship was, you know. And it turns out that it wasn't that. And if we look down here at the base of the spread, foundationally, the success of the relationship, the success of the friendship required effort or requires effort. So there's maybe too much effort. It doesn't feel like a relationship of least effort. You have to put work into it for it to be successful. And maybe the deception on top of the effort is feeling like, you know what, it's just not worth it. So for a lot of you out there, indeed, there's something breaking, but it needs to break. It's something that needs to break. Here, emotionally, there's something here about discovering alchemy, discovering chemistry, discovering maybe someone or something that reminds you about what emotional resonance is about. And again, it could have to do with friendship joy. So there's some friendship element, resonance, something that is alchemic, something that is strong chemistry, a natural affinity for another person. And it's like you're finding that, you're discovering it, you're remembering that this month, okay? And that's, I think, instigating some new thoughts around maybe friendships that you've had to put too much effort in. And you're like, you know what, no more, enough. So let's take a look at the, actually, before we go on to circles, let's take a look at the archetypal growth edge. So you're receiving Prince, and for Prince, what wants to be seen and grown out of is the use of power for self-aggrandizement. Okay? And what wants to be matured, evolved, is romantic charm and potential for power. So here there's like a misuse of power. Here there is an power use, charm use in integrity. Okay? Now, let's move on to the circles. Circles, you're receiving Queen of Swords reversed in the middle of the spread. Okay? So this has to do with speech, communication, thought. Reversed, the Queen upright has to do with nurturing communications, mastery of her communications. This is a mature woman. Reversed, it has to do with a harshness of communications, a sharpness of communications, something that can be lies, because the sword's mind and speech has to do with integrity. It has to do with clarity. So when it's reversed, it can be confusing. It can be misinterpreted. It can be sharp and angry and harsh, etc., etc. So this could have to do with lying as well. Upright, it's clarity. So reverse, this could be non-integrity with speech. So again, these two branches of this path really are talking about various details right now, what I'm finding, because the bifurcation I think is going to be more extreme. But it might be that right now, because both for Scorpio and for you, what's happening is the bifurcation is showing the same theme, but different threads of the theme. And it came up last month as well. So it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. But it could be that this month there's more of a binding. People are still connected to the lower frequency self that's not matured yet, is what I will say. Okay, so let's take a look at the middle. So you have the Queen of Swords reversed, and then in the center, by the way, this is my Siri deck that I'm using here. You have connection, which also Scorpio is also having a theme of connection and friendship. So connection, emergence, toxic energy. So I want you to look at this. Connection, this is about friendship, groups, okay? Emergence, so there's something that's emerging within your connections that's toxic, okay? And it's affecting your energy. The energy is toxic. There's something that is activated that has to do with Queen of Swords reversed that is toxic to your process right now. It's toxic in your sphere, in your psyche, in your experience, your life experience right now. Spiritually, the circles are going to feel a sense of courage, a sense of strength, I would say, a sense of ability, like enough self-respect and self-love and self-honoring that you're standing in your truth with something. So it might be that in your sphere, there is a person that is embittered, angry, harsh. Now, you're an air sign, and this is your particular new moon cycle that we're talking about here for February. This could be you, right? So it could be that you're having this issue really come up because there's stuff going on, or somebody in your sphere is activating, it's reflecting it back to you, and you're finding that you are finding a new sense of strength within yourself because of circumstances with this communication, with lies, with harshness, you know. And look at here, there's communication skills coming up. So at the base of the reading, indeed, there's a communication that comes to you that's harsh. Or again, for some of you, you're going to find that there's a lot going on within each of us and within the world. And it could be that you are angry, sharp, bitter. There's a lot going on. But this month, this topic is going to be made better. So for the circles, with regards to any communications that aren't healthy, that are sick and toxic, mentally, you're going to understand the skill set with regards to communications that's at hand. This is the growth edge for you this month. So with regards to how you think, with regards to how you speak, with regards to how you interrelate with others, communicate, this is about thinking more positively and using skills, using your mind, using your communication skills better. I think it's about improving. The improve card didn't come up here, but that's what's coming up for me, for you. Emotionally, you're going to feel a bit at ease this month, somewhat relaxed. Maybe that you can deal with your skills. You're going to feel confident and empowered to manifest your skills, communication skills, because again, communication, with regards to any harsh communications that come your way, because emotionally you're going to be feeling easy, relaxed. You're not going to worry because this is about your mission of the soul. Your goal is to mature how you communicate, how you think, how you speak. Maybe it's about really owning your mind, your thoughts, which is one of the biggest growth edges for humanity, is to own our story, own our thoughts, own our facet of consciousness. It's critical. Here, you're going to trust that to let things go. It's almost like, again, I've mentioned Byron Katie many times before, but loving what is, and that's not frivolous. It's foundationally important and based in reality, right? So there's an ease, there's a goal to be at ease emotionally, and you're trusting maybe the processes at hand. You're trusting that if there's negativity coming up, you're getting it. You're understanding that it's reflecting things back to you that you are to see now, okay? Now look at this. The mystic is coming up. This is your growth edge for this month. The mystic is the shadow attribute that's calling to be grown and evolved is delusional rapport with the divine. What's wanting to be matured, evolved, and expanded this month is to revel in intimate union with the divine. So it's about really connecting authentically in a grounded way with your higher. Access the mystic within. We are our own guru, and you as well. So this is beautiful, but for both of you, squares and circles, okay? So I have also pulled for you the I Ching narrative message and your Dakini to give you your optimal embodiment for this month. Okay, and that's what I always do. So to see those this month and to learn about ordering your 2017 Evolutionary Story video forecast, please go to thealchemyofholism.com/library. Okay, so Aquarians, I wish you a rich and very expansive month. This is your new moon month, so make it a great one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.